Here we go.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Here we are. We made it.
We made it. This is season 5.
5.
Oh,
Can you believe it?
Really?
What?
The way you said 5 was like 5.
Can I say what you said before we started?
Well, what is this like a Southern Charm reunion show?
Exactly.
Was Andy Cohen gonna pop out?
Oh, I hope not.
What are you? Go ahead. I can tell you want to say it.
No, just 'cause you were expressing that you were like a feeling of slight dismay that we've been doing this long.
Is that what it was?
I don't know how else to phrase it. Whereas I was just repeating the word 5.
Well, there you have it, guys. This is longer than the high. I said that we've been doing this longer than I was in high school.
I mean, for most people, that's true.
Yeah, because high school is like four years.
Yeah.
And now we're starting our 5th.
Yeah.
So I guess like we're freshmen in college now.
Sure.
Anyway, I'm gonna say something that's gonna piss a lot of people off.
Oh, bring it.
I am freezing.
Why is it going to piss a lot of people off? Because we live in sunny California?
Yes, yeah. And I know there's like a crazy winter storm sweeping across the country. One of many, and I get it. Your wind chill's like in the negatives,
yes.
And that's like dangerous, and I get it.
We have friends sending us screenshots of the weather in Denver, Colorado, and it's ridiculous. It's like a punishment.
Yeah, and here we are, and it's like 45 degrees, and I'm like, I'm cold.
But historically, you've always been cold.
Well, okay, fine. I get it, but I'm just saying I want to complain about it.
Well, I'm saying it in a sort of defense of you.
Thank you.
It's not just because the temperature is not unseasonably, but unusually chilly for us here.
That just made me think of like I should write a play that's like the defense of Janie, and it's a one-man show, and it's written for you. For
me personally, or for the audience? It's written for one, or it's written for me?
No, it's written for you.
And I'm the only person in the audience?
No.
Oh, thank God.
It's a one-hander.
Right.
And you're going to do it on Broadway.
Oh, wait. I didn't know that's what you meant, that I'm going to perform it. I'm delivering the defense of Janie.
Yes, and it's the trial of your life.
Is there an imaginary tribunal that I'm facing? That
Yes. The internet. You're facing the internet.
And you all sit there at your keyboards. Are you any better than she?
I love this idea. It's a one-man show. It's going to be so good.
I want to write a theater thing so bad.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I've been thinking about it so long, and I just haven't done it. I need to do it.
Like any old theater thing, or like the things that you have been thinking about writing?
I have a couple little ideas that are rattling around in my head.
I heard you say a couple ideas.
Yeah, but I want to do it. I want to do it, and I want to write it and put it up and rehearse it, and I want to go through the whole process.
That sounds fun. I mean, today I'm a little bit like fried because today I was writing a pilot. Mm-hmm. That's a TV speak for a script.
You've been very good about your writing.
No,
you think you're not, honey.
That's not true.
Look, I understand this because when somebody tells me that I am a hard worker, I immediately just think of all the times that I avoided work, right? But I do work a lot, right?
Yeah.
But so it's not easy to hear that and to own it, but you have been really dedicated to this thing.
Well, I just feel like here's the thing about writing that is different than act. This is like what I was trying to figure out with you today, because I was like, with acting, it's like you can have all these different processes. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, like it depends on the circumstances, the cast, the piece.
Oh, how to prepare for a role or a project, whatever. Yes.
Or how you want to like be with it. Like maybe I want to be super serious, or maybe I need to be a goofball to find the funny, whatever. With writing, like I haven't done it as much. And so like I'm like having to find my process for each project I work on. And it's like laborious to me.
Yeah.
But also like a big part of their process is like thinking by yourself.
Yeah.
Which I don't like. Well, I mean, whatever. But like with acting, like you're with other people a lot.
Yeah.
And you're like discussing like how you want to interpret this thing. Although when you're doing the one-hander, the Defense of Janie.
Yeah, of course.
The play that I'm going to write for you.
Yeah.
Like you'll be collaborating with me, the director and producer and writer.
Yes.
Not
but
so much with your cast.
There's a lot of internal stuff that goes on before I will meet with you.
That's true.
And discuss the project.
That's true.
I will have gone through my script and made my notes.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
But you know what? I know what you mean. And I wonder if because, if you're an actor and you're approaching a role, you might have a different process for each role, for whatever the role demands or whatever. But the same might be true of writing, even though we know writers who have their methods and this is what they do and everything. But like, say you're writing a script that takes place in a certain city. What if you were to spend time writing in that city?
Which is like true. Like my pilot script is in Charleston, South Carolina. And so like I have gone back like for specific things and places for it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think that's.
But to actually do the writing there, not all of it, but some of it.
Well, I thought I was going to do some of that over the Christmas break.
No.
That was hilarious.
Also,
that I thought that.
Like
I took my laptop back to the hall. Like, what was I thinking? And by the way, I'll just like fully disclose, I had COVID.
Full disclose cove.
Full disclose.
Full discovid.
Full discovid. I fucking had COVID.
Yeah.
Okay, and I was mad.
Yeah.
And I don't know. What did you think about it?
I thought it was great. I felt very bad for you because you had a very scratchy throat. Your voice sounded different.
Yeah.
And it took it a while for it to come back.
Yeah, like 4 days or something.
And there was nothing we could, we were kind of housebound because normally we would have gone out.
We would have been social.
Yeah.
And we didn't do social.
And I was kind of just waiting to get it, and I never got it.
No one got it. What was so funny, though, is like I got it, COVID, and like we had bought all this food for the Christmas dinner. Mm-hmm. And then when I tested positive, we had to like text the people that we invited to the Christmas dinner to be like, guess what, guys?
Yeah.
You're on your own. Like, you can't come over.
Yeah.
Because we had all been exposed. Everyone had been exposed to me by that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I probably ruined a couple other people's.
Hey, man, that's the break. That's the breaks. Them's the breaks, I should say.
Yeah, them's the breaks.
And it's like, go eat your, Hungry Man dinner. Do you remember those?
Are you fucking
TV
kidding
dinners?
me? I loved Hungry Man.
Do they still make TV dinners?
Paul, of course they do.
I'm trying to remember the last. I guess I haven't looked in my grocer's freezer to see like the portioned out little tray,
like with the little cherry cobbler and the Salisbury steak.
Yeah,
I think that's still a thing.
I was fascinated by them when I was a kid. And
oh my
then,
God,
course,
I thought they were glamorous.
Of course, as a young bachelor, not quite as fascinated, but felt compelled to eat them.
But I'd call them like, oh, cuckoo,
hi.
Thank God.
Cuckoo, thank God. Where have you been?
Thank God for saving
Where have you been the last hour?
Saving season 5, episode 1.
I know, it wouldn't be the same without Cuckoo.
By the way, thanks for waiting a day, guys. I know we're a day late and $1 short.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun?
But my schedule changed. I have, of course, the Neighborhood Listen is another podcast that I do, where there are 2 other people involved in that. And we also have now, since we're on CBB World, the network, we also have to do bonus episodes. So we have the regular episodes that we do, 13 a season, and then we have one bonus episode at least one bonus episode a month.
Which is what we're trying to do, which is 12 episodes a season. But that's more in real time. We don't bank. We do that. And then the bonus episodes.
Yes.
We want for our paid subscribers. Thank you so much.
So there was
that. So
a specific thing that had to happen before the end of January and before
it's too much to, yeah.
Yes. So it had to happen last night. Normally we record during the afternoon, but because it didn't work out for one person, we had to record in the evening, in the early evening. And we did, and it worked out great. But that did mean we had to push this episode of Stay at Homekins back one day.
Yeah, I know.
And I apologize to the listener. And you know what? I apologize to you, my wife.
Thank you. Finally.
Yeah.
Oh my God, finally.
You know what? Savor it.
Oh my God. Like, I'm going to alert the media. Can I get an engraving of this date and time?
What? That joke was in Arthur. I'll alert the media.
Sure.
Delivered
The Russell
by the
Brand.
No. Oh God. Could you imagine? Could you imagine watching that?
God, no. Oof. Should we do a watch along? No, we should do a watch along the Ridge.
I don't think so. in the Ridge, of course, Arthur, rich, playboy, drunk at night, during the day, does nothing but lounge around. And he says to his butler, played by the great John Gielgud, Sir John Gielgud.
Yeah.
Hobson, I'm going to take a bath. And then, without looking up from his newspaper, John Gielgud says, I'll alert the media.
Excellent. Beautifully.
Absolutely.
Just a fucking.
Absolutely.
Like, slam. Slam.
And I think people forget where that joke came from.
I forgot where it came
Yeah.
from.
And you know what else?
I associate it with a specific person I know that I went to school with. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that person needs to give props to John Gielgud.
I'm sure she does. I'm sure she does.
And it makes me think of the phrase, I just threw up in my mouth a little.
No, because that is a played out one.
It is played out. But here's why it makes me think of that. I'm not equating them.
Okay.
Although, the first time that was said, Matthew Broderick said it in a sketch on SNL.
Yeah.
And he delivered it very flatly. And I remember it, seeing it live, and it was hilarious.
How do you know that is the first time that was?
Because I had never heard it before. And this is years ago. Years ago.
Okay.
And then everybody just stole it.
Wait. I think I know why one is acceptable and the other isn't.
What do you mean acceptable? Which one is acceptable, first of all, and why is it acceptable? And is the other one unacceptable?
Okay, let me break it down for you.
Okay, please. Please. Explain it to me like I'm 5 years old.
Okay. I'll alert the media is classic A.
Yes.
B, it can't be played out. C,
What do you mean it can't be played out?
because it just can't be played out.
I disagree.
No.
This is a faulty premise.
It can't. Okay, wait. Just hear me out.
Uh-huh.
I didn't ask for
It
that.
can't be played out.
It can't be played out.
You can't say it enough.
You can't say it enough. Number three.
Wait, what was number 2? Oh, wait. Number 1 was it's great.
It's classic.
It's
Number
classic.
two,
Number 2
can't be played out. Number 3, in order for I'll alert the media to have to pack the punch that it packs, okay?
No matter who says it.
It 100% has to be delivered like throwaway. Deadpan.
Do you think that's the delivery you gave it earlier?
Yeah. Did I say did I say it earlier?
You did.
But to what? Why did I say it?
I honestly don't remember. Oh, because I said I apologized to you? It was not that long ago. It was minutes ago.
I wasn't using it in the context. Like context, I was actually saying I was going to alert the media.
Oh, I see.
Because remember,
you meant it sincerely.
Yeah, because I was being the joke was this.
I think I got the joke. I think I got it.
I wasn't using it in the proper in the classic sense of like so I'll alert the media.
You admit it. You admit it.
Admit what?
You weren't using it correctly.
No, I wasn't using it in the classic sense.
You are flip-flopping all over the place. You're like John Kerry.
Earnestly saying okay.
No, I understand. But you're the one.
Not even letting me get to the throw up in the. Okay.
You introduced the idea of proper and improper use of that phrase.
100. Because it can. Because number one, it can be used earnestly, like I'm going to alert the media because you finally this one day in history. I'm going to plant a flag, erect a monument.
I get it.
Okay. The classic sense is I don't give a fuck. That's the classic sense.
I understand.
Okay?
Yeah.
So it wasn't
you're explaining to me the difference, which I already knew, which is not what I was pointing out.
You said because I didn't say it deadpan.
Because you said the proper way to do it was deadpan.
Away.
Yes.
Throw away deadpan.
Yes.
The proper way to do it in the classic sense is that way.
Right. Oh, okay. I see.
You were winding me up. You knew what I was saying the whole time.
Are you taking the piss? Are you winding me up, mate?
Okay.
Now, on to I threw up in my mouth a little.
First of all, I threw up in my mouth a little. Cannot even be used into, well, I guess if you're ill and you really did throw up in your mouth.
You can literally throw up in your mouth a little, or you can figuratively throw up in your mouth a little.
Right. That's, that I threw up in my mouth a little literally doesn't come up much. So, you know what I'm saying?
The literal sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're saying I threw up in my mouth a little, like
because babies can't talk yet, they would definitely be the ones to use it the most, and unfortunately they can't, which is sad when you think about it.
Until they can use ChatGPT. That's going to be like in the next 2 years or so.
You think babies, before they
like AI,
learn how to talk, they'll use AI?
That's where we're headed.
I think at this point it's good to point out.
I fucking think we're headed there.
I think we should point out at this juncture that neither of us is drinking. We're doing dry January.
I'm not doing dry January.
Are you not? Have you had drinks yet this year?
No, but I have my girls. Oh,
weekend. Your girls trip.
My girls trip.
That's right.
But I know that you're doing dry January, so I'm not.
You don't have to abstain for me. I'm okay if you do.
No, I know. It's just like.
That's very considerate of you.
But I don't drink. I don't drink alone.
That's right. You're no George Thorogood.
All right. So I threw my mouth a little. I think the problem with it is the original was effective because he deadpanned it, you said.
Yes.
No one has deadpanned it since.
And he wasn't saying it to insult anyone. Whereas now it's kind of used as an insult of like a person who is gross. It's in response to a person.
How is he using it?
I honestly don't remember anything else about the sketch but he was saying it in a calm and good-natured way, as opposed to the sitcom usage of the sort of borrowed joke where people are like, I just threw up in my mouth a little.
I swear to God, I just read this. I went down this Wikipedia rabbit hole the other day because it's a long story how I got there.
That's how rabbit holes work, baby.
God. Wow. So I didn't know. So somehow I ended up on the Goodwill Hunting Wikipedia page.
Oh my God. The Goodwill Hunting Wikipedia page. That is the definition of a wiki hole. If you end up there, I think more so than like shoe heels. How are shoe heels attached? I think ending up on the Goodwill Hunting wiki.
There was so much I did not know about that movie. So I didn't know. I guess I just don't know a lot about those guys because I know it all happened like in the zeitgeist of my existence and everything. And I was there and I absorbed it and I must have seen it in the theater because I remember how about them apples. I mean, I by the way, was saying how about them apples way before Goodwill Hunting.
Well, of course. It's a classic. It's a classic expression.
It really is.
But you know what? Before I will say, credit
it
where
used to
credit
be
is due.
charming.
Credit where credit is due. I'd never seen it as a setup like they did it in Goodwill Hunting.
That wasn't on the wiki page, so what happened?
He says to the guy in the bar,
Okay.
"Do you like apples?"
Stop it.
And the guy,
This
of course,
is like, okay.
in the midst of these guys are competing for the affections of a woman. And the one's like a rich college kid, and the other one's a poor townie. And the rich college kid, of course, responds, well, yes.
Oh, and then
Like, there's no way. If a kid from Southie
do you like apples?
said to me, do you like apples? I would think, oh, this is, whatever I respond, it leads to a punch. So I'm not going to talk about
just
apples
gonna
with
say
this
yeah.
guy. No, I'm not going to respond to this question.
Oh, you're just not going to say nothing.
No, I realize this is the time to leave.
Okay.
That if somebody said that to me out of nowhere, especially if we'd had a tense moment.
Hey, you like apples?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
That's how it started?
I don't think he said it, like yelled it at him like that. It was like, you like apples? And that question comes out of nowhere, but the guy still goes, well, yes. And then Matt Damon, Goodwill Hunting himself, says, I got a number. How do you like them apples?
Why does a number?
I got her number.
Oh, I got...
I should have given it more of a Kennedy Brahmin pronunciation. I got her number. How do you like them apples? Pardon me. Do you like sir? Do you like apples?
I get asked to do that. Bob.
She has given me her number. Are these the types of apples which you enjoy?
You have nothing to fear.
That was FDR.
But apples.
That was FDR.
Wait, what?
Yes.
No, fear itself.
No, Kennedy was. Kennedy was asked out what your country can do for you.
Fucking whatever. I gotta go down a wiki rabbit hole on that one, I guess. Wait, I was gonna say what my whole thing was because in the wiki, you go down the wiki rabbit the wiki hole on Goodwill Hunting, which, by the way, had no idea Matt Damon went to Harvard.
Oh, did he really?
Like dropped out of Harvard or whatever.
Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Oh, you did it?
No.
Do you think it's accurate?
Probably it's a true story. Well, here's what I heard.
I mean the wiki page.
Good question, and I don't know. I don't know.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say the only bit of trivia that I know about that movie.
Which might be the thing I'm about to say, but...
Okay, well, then you say first.
No, you say it first.
That it was originally like a spy thriller?
That was not
Okay.
on... Oh, wait. There was a whole section about how they got notes from different people or something.
Yeah.
No, this is what I learned that I was thinking from the discussion of threw up in my mouth a little.
Yeah.
They had buried in the script an unnecessary blowjob scene as a way to test the executives they were shopping it around to see if they'd read the whole thing or not.
Okay, so was the idea that they were waiting for an exec to say you should cut out this blowjob scene?
Yes, and like I guess the ones at Reddit said that.
Okay, and was there not also the danger that somebody could read it, see that blowjob scene, and say these guys are idiots? I'm not making this movie.
Okay, I will say I walked away from that wiki article thinking they wanted that blowjob scene and they pretended that they cut it.
100%. That's what I would think. That's what I would think, yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, I was thinking my Easter egg test would be to insert an I just threw up in my mouth little joke.
Ooh, I think that's even more dangerous. First of all, I don't think there's any executive who's going to say, take that joke out.
That's going to be why I sell the thing.
So it's not really an Easter egg. It is. You are trying to lower the bar.
Serving up on a platter. The makings of comedy, the musings, the noises of comedy.
The brothers McMullen walked so that Good Will Hunting could run.
I don't know if I saw that.
Oh my! Do you remember that though?
Who's in it?
It was Ed Burns.
Oh,
it was
Ed Burns.
Him bursting onto the scene. He financed the movie himself.
Oh wow!
It was super indie, starring some people who were not good at acting, but who were old friends of his from Boston. So he's in it. He's the lead.
Oh, it's a Boston thing.
Yes. It was, you know what? It was the beginning of us having to deal with Boston movies and that accent. And so it was him and then a buddy of his who was a decent actor who I think worked a little bit after that. And then I don't recall seeing him in anything.
Okay. So, but like Good Will Hunting was like Robin Williams was in it.
Yeah.
And like Gus Van Sant directed it.
Yeah.
So they had like put together like a, heavyweight attachments on it. Brothers McMullen
walked so that Good Will Hunting could run. That was my whole thesis.
All right. So
that was the Easter egg I buried in there to see if you were paying attention to me.
I almost spit out what I was drinking just now from laughing so hard.
I mean, I take the compliment. Thank you.
Wait, okay. So you're saying I threw up in my mouth a little is not a guaranteed Easter egg test. No. What is the guaranteed Easter egg test? What's the test? Like, what do I...
I think a page of dialogue that is directed at the person reading it. And it says, you turn the page, and then it says, interior, wherever you are right now. And then whatever character was just speaking or was in the scene says, hey, it's me, the screenwriter. I'm hiding in this dialogue. Did you get this far? What do you think? Pretty good, right? Don't worry. This is just one page. The next page, the story keeps going.
It's my Easter egg test.
Yeah. Exactly.
See the wiki page for... At least I didn't put an unnecessary blowjob scene in here. Parentheses. Check out the Wikipedia page of
Wikipedia. Check out the Wikipedia page for Good Wheel Hunting.
Good wheel. Good wheel.
Do you like apples? I put it to you. This question.
Ask not what.
Ask not if apples like you. Ask if you like apples.
I have been asked to do that. I know I've said this in the podcast, but it's season 5, so I can say it all over again. I've been asked to do that. I've been asked to do that dialect before in auditions, which when it lands in my inbox, I'm like, this is really, this like I know I'm not gonna get. Like, it's literally like they're asking for me to speak a foreign language I've never studied.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, I got to do it. And so our neighbors, Ben and Julie, are from Massachusetts. So I will like speak the lines, send them to Julie, and make her say them and send them back to me. So that, and then I, do all my little YouTube videos, and I had the little voice lady I like to follow on YouTube for voice classes and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I swear to God, I feel like she's like, I'll be like, this can't be real. Like when she says it back, I'm like, this cannot.
People can't talk to each other this way.
People can't talk like this. They just can't. And then I'll do it, and I feel like I'm like, irreverently like profiling Massachusetts people or something.
Yeah, you feel like you're mocking them.
Like I'm you're from the South. That's how I feel like I'm,
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, this is not good. That's just how I feel when I do it.
That's how I feel.
That's just how I feel.
Do you remember I had to audition, it was a voiceover audition for this show that was set in Philadelphia, an animated show.
Yes, because
So I get the audition and I think, oh great, I can do a Philly accent. And then the character that I'm supposed to audition for is not from Philly.
Right.
He just has a regular old voice. And so I do it and I send it in, and then I get another audition from them for a smaller part. And at that point I was like, hey, if they're not sure if I can do this and they really need to hear me doing it,
right,
I would say they could check out a TV show called BoJack Horseman, where I do all kinds of voices, and then see what they think from that. And then I never heard from them again.
Wow. I mean, wow. I think I auditioned for that show, remember? Because I made you do the Philly.
Absolutely.
I had to do the Philly.
Yeah.
And then I made you speak the lines.
That's true.
Remember?
I do remember.
And then I was like, I'm trying to do it.
You did. I don't know where that.
Well, I can't remember it. I just know my voiceover agents.
You almost did it right there.
I almost did it right there.
My
voiceover agents. They were like, "That's pretty good." That's not it.
Oh, because they're from Philly.
Well, she was
Your
like,
manager.
They're from Philly, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, by the way, my theatrical agents dropped me. I said online, it's fine. Should I talk about my triple whammy? Because I was like,
sure.
Right before Christmas, my theatrical agents dropped me because my main agent resigned because there's like this disgusting litigious scandal going on at the agency where I was, and it was like some cokehead guy, tech guy took it over and was like, whatever. So now that happened. And then I was like, oh, that's like, after this year, Then my dad sent me a Christmas card that had my Christmas present in it, which was a check. Okay.
Everyone has their own love language.
My dad sent me a check for my Christmas present, and someone stole it. And the only way I know that someone stole it, because I just, because my dad texted me like right before Christmas, and I was like, did you deposit this check? Because I usually mobile deposit it. Because he was like, it says ACH. I've never seen this. And I was like, Dad, I didn't get your card at all. And so because we get an email that shows our mail. Does everyone do that? Am I saying something weird? But you can sign up to get an email with your mail.
Yeah.
The pictures of your mail.
Yes.
It was supposed to come to our mailbox and it never did. So then he had to report it to his bank and all stuff. And I told the post office, you know, like, I didn't get this, and here's the picture. It was supposed to, you know, I know it came through, and the lady was like, you need to call this number and report it. It was like the postal inspectors, which I've never dealt with before.
Right.
And I was like, okay.
They show up in their uniforms. It's scary and intimidating.
I was kind of like intrigued a little bit. Really, you're just like calling like an intake person who's filling out a form that sends it on. But then she was like saying how there was like, she's like, I tell everyone to call and report everything because the amount of mail theft is like insane right now to the point where they're like replacing the blue like street corner boxes with special boxes that have like, she said like, you know, when you leave a parking lot and if you back up, it'll puncture your tires. They put like things inside the box so that you can't like fish shit out because it'll cage itself or whatever.
Wow.
But then I told my brother that who lives in Philly and he was like, yeah, they've tried everything like that here in Philly. It doesn't work. And I was like, well, whatever. And then I get to my mom's in South Carolina for our Christmas, and I was like, "Oh, these allergies suck." And then my friend texts, and who I'd spent the day with, like you know, the weekend before, was like, "I just wanted to let you know I tested for COVID, and I have COVID." And I'm like, "Oh shit, is this COVID?"
Very unflattering impression.
What?
Very unflattering impression.
Well, I'm just like,
I don't know. I just like COVID, not COVID.
I got COVID. And I was like, oh my, and like my mom had been like all over me for 2 days or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, I just like, I just didn't feel like I was symptomatic at that moment.
Right.
Because my teeth were hurting. And I was like, that's like hay fever. Like I have it all the time. And I'd had the yearly COVID shot. Okay. So I was kind of like feeling like I'm not going to get it. But there was a big surge and I fucking got it. But I didn't give it to my loved ones. So I guess there was that. But all y'all were like, oh, I'm going to stay away from you. And then we're like, not going to, you know, like it was like the best day of your lives because no one could sit near me.
Can I tell you this? That's not what happened. You wouldn't let anyone near you.
Well, everyone was trying to get too close, and I was
because
like,
we love you, you dumb.
But I was like, bitch, I have COVID. Bitch, I have COVID. Wait, what is that?
What's that?
No, the Madonna song?
No.
Bitch. Wait, it's like on the tip of my... Well, it's time for a break anyway, so...
We'll do our research.
So I'm going to go on my Weeki-hole. We have a very special sponsor for our first episode of Season 5. It's a wonderful writer who is a fan.
Don't spoil the ad.
Well, I just want to say that our sponsor is a fan of our freaking podcast.
That's right.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Hey, everybody. If your resolution is to read more this year, start 2020 books, Start 2020, you can read labels and stuff. Start 2024 strong with The Resurrectionists, the debut novel from indie author Stephanie M. Braun. Fleeing an abusive relationship and in search of her estranged family, Jessica Chase finds herself in San Francisco when her former lover, a con man named Felix Rogers, follows her and she learns that her uncle's life is in danger. Jessica knows it is time to stop running and take action. Together with her brother, she forms a team and sets in motion a heist that becomes a race against the clock to end the threat from Felix once and for all. Set against the backdrop of Victorian San Francisco, top hat times, I'm in, and filled with colorful characters, The Resurrectionists follows along as a group of individuals become a team, although it did happen in the past, and work together to rescue a man buried alive and to find a sense of belonging with each other. This sounds right up my alley. The book is a fast-paced heist where the score is saving a man's life. Fans of the Murdoch Mystery series, home to my friend Constable Johnstable, and Agatha Christie novels, as well as those who like watching heist shows like Leverage, will enjoy following along as the group works outside the law to help those in need. This sounds great, and guess who agrees? Amazon reviews, Goodreads review, just something called review. Get your copy at Stephanie M. Braun, HOMEKINS.com/store and use promo code HOMEKINS20 at checkout for 20% off any order. Available in ebook and paperback. That is StephanieMBraun.com/store. Use the promo code HOMEKINS20 at checkout for 20% off any order.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Bitch, I'm Madonna. Bitch, I'm Madonna. Bitch, I'm Madonna.
Bitch.
Bitch, I had COVID. Bitch, I had COVID.
I also have a clip.
Everybody has snot tonight.
I threw up in my mouth a little. It's not quite the original wording.
No.
But it was the thing that everybody seized upon. It was from a 1998 sketch. Matthew Broderick is on SNL to promote Godzilla in 1998, a truly terrible movie.
Wait, you got a lot of it right, though, Matthew Broderick.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
And they're doing a parody of The View. This is in the like Molly Shannon, Sherry O'Terry, Will Ferrell years. And somebody asked, he's playing George Stephanopoulos.
This is so weird.
Somebody asked him,
All this is very weird.
which of the ladies of The View would you like to make out with? And then this is what he said.
Okay.
George?
Hold on, I'm throwing up in my mouth a little bit. Well, just answer the question.
What's funny is
So he was insulting all the ladies of the
he
View.
was insulting all the ladies of the View.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's funny that it gets a decent laugh, but not
Also,
a
isn't
huge
the
laugh.
View like NBC?
No, it was ABC.
Oh,
But they make fun of NBC shows. That didn't stop them.
but the women on them? I mean, that's kind of
No,
messed up.
but it was 1998, where it was like comical
Wait,
for somebody to be disgusted at the idea.
wait. You know how like Britney's gotten her day,
Yes.
and like who else has gotten their day? I guess Jessica Simpson and
Okay. I haven't kept up with people getting their days.
Paris Hilton or whatever. It's like everyone's gotten
Yes.
their day.
Yeah.
When are the ladies of the View gonna get their day?
I don't know.
Their little documentary day where they're
I don't
like,
know.
we were treated like shit. Monica Lewinsky got her day.
Yeah.
Other people got their day.
The Clarence Thomas hearings.
Anita Hill?
Hill.
Well, Anita Hill. We all knew there were those of
Yeah.
us that had Anita Hill had her day at the time.
Absolutely. There's a very funny interview with. No, I mean the interview is not funny, but there was a funny moment in this interview. There's a profile of her from a few years ago. I guess it was when Biden was running, and they were kind of revisiting that trial and Biden's role in it.
Sure, he
because-
was like the
chair of it?
Yeah. The judicial branch
Yeah.
or the judicial whatever.
Yeah, whatever it's called.
God,
and
and he was being kind of a
yeah, he's being an asshole.
pig.
Yeah.
They all were.
Yeah.
They all were, though. They
And
all
so
were.
he said in some interview, I owe her an apology, and I'm, I definitely owe her an apology. And so, but he never apologized. And so a joke in their family, in Anita Hill's family, is
Has Biden called yet?
if the doorbell rings or something and they're not expecting anybody, they'll say, oh, maybe it's Joe Biden coming to apologize.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I thought that was really funny.
Well, isn't it, though? I will say that you brought that up. That isn't it sort of ironic,
Don't you think?
don't you think? That Joe Biden was sort of leading that like committee to vet him or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he became president, saddled with this stacked
Yeah.
court,
Yeah.
including
Clarence
him,
Thomas, one of the most corrupt
the
judges.
worst one.
Yeah.
Well, he's not the worst. They're all, I mean,
Yeah.
he's bad, but like, also, what about like when Jenny Thomas like
Oh, boy.
called Anita Hill like in the middle of the night or some shit? Like 20 years later?
don't know about this. I only know
Wait,
about
what?
the good fight.
Wait, what was the good? What did they do?
The good fight. They had somebody calling fucking. I can't remember if it was.
I enjoyed the good fight.
I know
This is a series that was on Paramount, guys. If
It was. I enjoyed it for a while.
It was entertaining.
And then it got fucking ridiculous.
It got a little wackadoodle, but
Yeah.
like it was entertaining.
Yeah.
Actually.
That somebody who it was either Christine Baranski or Audra McDonald getting late night calls, and then the person is intimating that they are Ginny Thomas.
Yeah.
Will
Okay,
you
wait,
please?
I had to turn that off over there because now it's starting to get too warm. Finally. I mean, that... Wait, that had to have been based on the Jenny Thomas...
Well, of course it was, but I never heard about it.
Wait, come on.
No, I never heard about that. I never heard that Ginny Thomas called Anita Hill like 20 years after that hearing to say what?
Like, leave my man alone kind of thing or something.
20? Why?
But he suffered...
What was she doing?
No, I don't know. Or like, you're the reason that my man is... Now I gotta look it up on the air.
You're saying...
I gotta look it up on air.
You're saying this is way after the hearings. This was not like during the hearings.
100. Like, I'm saying, like, water under the fucking bridge for Anita Hill, who has, like, gone on to...
Who has had to move on with her life after this nonsense.
Yes. Okay, now I gotta look this shit up now. Fucking Ginny Thomas.
I'm not doubting you. I'm just saying I never heard of it.
No, but I don't know the details, and I need to... Like, I can't...
Okay.
But, you know, also, did you know Ginny Thomas was in a cult? Other than her marriage?
I think I did hear that, but I can't remember which cult it is.
Well, I don't remember the name.
Boy, what if I started a cult and it was like a nice cult? You know what I mean?
Well, like you can. I'm actually reading this book called Cultish that was recommended to me.
Then that's all I'm going to do. Thank you.
By some very sweet...
If you would like to join my cult, let us know.
Relatives of our neighbor recommend... Wait, Ginny Thomas calling... Anita
Hill
Hill.
The phone. 20
Left a voicemail
years
and 20
after.
Ginny Thomas left a voicemail for Anita Hill asking her to apologize for accusing Clarence Thomas of putting a pubic hair on the Coke. That's not what it says. Of sexual harassment. But don't you remember the whole thing about the pubic hair and Long Dong Silver?
No, of course I do. Why do you have to bring that up again?
The voicemail.
I don't want to hear that shit.
I have to bring it up because never forget.
I haven't.
Never forget.
I haven't. Hey, how about this? I just got a text from the pharmacy, from CVS, saying, Paul, based on our records, you may need additional vaccines. Click the link below to review and schedule your vaccines. Now, I've gotten my flu shot, and I got my COVID vaccine.
But you didn't get your flu shot at CVS.
Where'd I get it then?
I thought you got it at your yearly checkup when you went
Did
to
I?
the clinic, Toluca Lake.
That sounds familiar. Maybe I did.
So the CVS...
Why don't you remind me of that instead of the pubic hair and the Coke?
Because never fucking... Okay, so never forget. The voicemail came in 2010, nearly 20 years after Thomas's Supreme Court hearing.
That's insane. That's insane.
She described it to the New York Times as a quote, unquote, peacekeeping attempt. Anita Hill called it, quote, unquote, inappropriate much.
She said inappropriate much?
No, she said inappropriate. Talk about a boundary violation. Talk about a boundary.
They're fucking insane.
Oh, now I want to know the name of the cult, Ginny Thomas.
Yes, please.
What? Cult?
Alexa, what cult is Ginny Thomas in?
From meaww.com. Thomas was a member of the Heaven's Gate cult.
No, it wasn't that. Was it?
Are you kidding me? Hail Bop?
No.
Bop-a-dop, hail bop. Ba-da-da-da-da.
Wait, that song was about that?
No, dear, no. That was bop, not hail bop. What if that song was about hail
Life
bop?
Spring.
Life Spring. Yes. You know, my sister was in that for a time.
Which sister?
I'm not going to say the name.
Oh, here. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
How long?
I think a couple years. LifeSpring is more of a scheme. It's more of a Ponzi
That's how
or a
they all-
MLM.
That's how they all start.
I know, but I'm saying it was not like you have to live in a
Shave your
place or
head
anything.
and-
Yeah.
Okay, so I started this cultish book.
and rather than cut ties with your family, they're like, get your family in our
to
cult.
pay.
Yeah.
That's how they get. That's how
Yeah.
they cut your ties with your family because everyone's like, stop asking me for money.
They're like win-win. Either they do or they get the family in there. It's great. All cults should do it.
it's like a real like shortcut.
Yeah.
It's a shortcut. It's like a two birds with one stone. So anyway, I'm reading this book about like the language of cults or whatever, and like I just started it.
There's 5 cult languages. Mine is gifts.
Yours is gift.
Mine is gifts of human hair.
Mine is speaking in tongues.
It's what?
Speaking in tongues.
Wait, so what were you saying about cult languages?
Just like sort of how like there's all these patterns that you can identify around the manipulations and stuff, and like there's sort of like pillars and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying. So I just started it, but like I did like there was this that just opens with like these. You were saying you want to start a nice cult, and they're kind of like saying how like soul cycle, like there's certain like certain like movements that use the language of cults
Yeah.
to like, but the consequences of leaving them are like mild.
Yeah.
Right. Like if you could be like, oh, you don't show up for your soul cycle class, and everyone's like, come on, Paul, you're supposed to get your soul cycle, whatever. Where but like if you leave, Nexium, they're gonna release your collateral or whatever.
Right. Wait,
whatever.
Speaking of unpleasant people,
I can't wait.
let's talk about Southern Charm.
Oh, we're going into Southern Charm.
Yeah, why not? Were you thinking of some other terrible people?
No, I couldn't wait to hear who. I was kind of hoping like people like we knew or something. You know what I mean?
You wanted the hot goss.
I wanted hot goss. Okay, so wait, spoiler alerts. We're all caught up. We watched the whole recent season and part 1 of the reunion.
Yes. Oh
So
my God, I forgot it was just part 1 of the reunion.
Spoiler alerts
Yes.
ahead. Which, by the way, so some of our premium content, like we did a little roundup when we watched Vanderpump.
That's right.
And Vanderpump's coming out again. And I'm like, should we do like recaps?
Maybe we should.
People really liked.
Like we did with And Just Like That.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, maybe we should.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Maybe
our
we should.
reactions and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Because we don't have And Just Like That right now.
It's so true. It's missing from our lives.
And Pump comes out, which by the way, do you know Pump the bar closed? You knew that.
Yeah. But what's still open? Of course, Schwartz
Everything.
and Sandy's.
I think everything's still open. When's that fucking sandwich shop opening?
Wait, what's the other one? Tom. What's
Tom
the
Tom.
Tom.
Well, and
And the
also
sandwich shop that I could not remember the name of.
Sir.
Of course, flagship restaurant.
Yeah.
And then there's also the Villa whatever,
There's something about her as the sandwich shop.
which I keep remembering as what's her problem.
Wow.
I would go to that place.
Wow.
What's her problem?
Wow. I wish that fucking sandwich shop opened in our neighborhood because I love a sandwich shop.
You do love a sandwich shop. You do.
Like, I am all about a sandwich.
We have one in our neighborhood, but the sandwich is very specific.
Subway.
Of course.
We have a Subway.
And those people are artists. It is always weird. It's odd to me that Subway is there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of other stuff like that in the neighborhood.
Dunkin'.
Yeah, but that's relatively new.
Not really.
Do you know what relatively means? God damn. I'm trying to remember what that was when we moved here.
Oh.
Was it a going concern or was it just a storefront?
I thought it was a check cashing business.
You know what? It absolutely was.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
It was like a check cashing business.
Yeah. So we have 2 chains in the neighborhood.
We
That's not bad.
No, I think we have more than that.
Oh, there's a Starbucks.
No, that Starbucks is gone.
Oh, nice.
But there's a Starbucks on the other.
Yeah.
Are people liking this? I don't know. Anyway.
You can't ask that question. That question is forbidden on the podcast.
All right. So we watched The Southern Charm. It was triggering for me.
Oh, yeah, the reunion.
Yeah, where were you going to go with it?
Well, just like talking about it in general, because we haven't talked about it.
And this is not a recap.
No.
I mean, we're just being like, we watched it.
There's
and we
nothing
feel,
to recap
we
on
feel
that
dirty.
fucking show.
Nothing happens on it.
It really, here's the thing about
It's
that.
like some friends get mad at each other. Some boyfriend and girlfriends get mad at
This
each
whole
other.
season of this dumb show, which we continue to watch, and I guess we'll watch until it goes off the air.
I guess we're fucking in for it.
It all revolved around the stupidest, most low stakes drama of
Yes.
Did you
kiss so and so or
did you hook up with
someone I kind of liked but I wasn't with?
Everyone
or,
is worried. Did you, my ex-boyfriend, hook up with my friend? And then did
Lie.
you, my friend, hook up with my ex-girlfriend?
And then did you
Who
guys
gives
lie
a
about
fuck?
it? They did. But then it turned in. But then the real drama flipped from that to the fact that they lied about it.
Yeah. But
And
who cares?
What was so crazy about the plot, though? I will say this. What was so crazy about the plot, though? Because it was like a nothing burger.
Yeah. They're
But-
really running on
but,
fumes.
Oh, it's a double.
Cuckoo. Hi. Yeah, we're still here.
Bitch, I'm a cuckoo.
What if the cuckoo 1 hour
Everybody
came out
come
and sang
out
that?
tonight. Yeah.
That would blow my
Bitch,
mind.
I'm a cuckoo.
What if we could program it to do that? Like it would do the time like it does.
Yeah.
And then at the end it would say, bitch, I'm the cuckoo, and then go back in.
We're like 6 months away from that with AI.
I'm going to say this is even better. What if
Okay.
we could do this?
Okay.
If we could gift a clock like that to someone.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there's somebody, if we have this ready to go, somebody says, we have somebody over at our home that says, oh, I love your cuckoo clock. Then at some point we give them the cuckoo clock and we have made it so that
We're spying on them.
What?
Like a nanny. Like
No. You already forgotten the premise.
that we made it so that when the cuckoo comes out on the 10th.
Only at 12.
Only at 12. Bitch, I'm a cuckoo.
It says, bitch, I'm the cuckoo.
Oh,
So
I'm the cuckoo.
Yeah.
I'm
bitch,
saying
the
ma
cuckoo.
cuckoo.
Oh, I didn't realize you were saying ma-cuckoo.
Like Madonna. Bitch, I'm Madonna. Wait.
Bitch, I'm ma-cuckoo. Okay. I like it.
Yes.
Of course, we don't tell them.
First thought, best thought.
And it's like, it won't chime at midnight because it has a light sensor, right?
Yeah.
And
The one night they stayed late.
You're probably not home at noon.
One
You're
night
probably
they-
at work or something.
Yes.
So it will take them a while to discover it.
And
And when
then
they
what
do,
are they?
it'll
They're
blow
gonna go.
their
They're gonna
fucking
go
minds.
bananas.
Yes. The best thing, how could you do this? If we could make it so that it only happens once, so that
they think
they're going crazy.
Think they're going crazy.
Yeah.
But then part of the song is "Everybody tell time tonight."
Oh, it does the whole. I think it just has to say, "Bitch, I'm a
Bitch,
cuckoo."
I'm a cuckoo. Wait, is that the name of the song? Okay, wait. So
Someone watch this reunion.
wait. I was gonna say about the whole
Yes,
nothing
yes,
plot
yes.
is that I will say this: the evolution of the drama, like the plot that
Yeah.
they come up with or whatever, however I don't know if they improvise these plots and then just run with it, or if they plan ahead and say you're going to be mad at him and for her, and
Yeah.
and then it really ruins. I think they don't do that because I think they genuinely do want to ruin these friendships.
They absolutely don't care.
Well, they want that.
Yeah, of
because
course
the
they do.
reunion,
Yes,
you know.
yes.
But I will say this. The evolution of the lie, did you do this? The lie, to the admission of the lie, right? To then the get over it, like it wasn't that big of a deal gaslighting portion of it.
Yeah.
Like
we're in our 40s.
But that, no, I'm saying that was bad.
You're saying what was bad? The gaslighting?
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's never good to do that. But also, everyone knew they were lying.
No, but my whole point is like that, like witnessing that in a friend group
Yes.
was like real to me. That felt real to me of like, oh yes, I've been around dynamics of things where it's like so-and-so did this bad thing, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah,
So-and-so did this bad thing. They were embarrassed or, whatever. They tried to cover it up. It comes out. They admit it. They half-ass apologize.
Yeah.
And then try to like make the person leapfrog straight to getting over it and forgiving them.
Oh, of course. Well,
And then, like,
it's infuriating behavior. Absolutely. I totally agree with you. Where it's like you deciding that I should be over it because you finally admitted the thing.
Because you think you're so fucking great
Yeah.
to be friends with that
But
you're lucky to...
But here's the problem.
Okay, I'm listening.
With this specific instance is that the drama on this show sounds like high school students talking to each other.
Yeah, it does.
And these people are fucking middle-aged.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
That's Charleston.
None of them were in a relationship at the time that any of this happened.
No, but they're in this tiny little dating pool.
Well, they're also forced into togetherness on this show.
True, but I mean, I do think that is like the Charleston way kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Just because of like having been there. And,
Right.
You know. I don't know. I mean...
It's so boring.
It's so boring. It's so boring.
And we keep watching it.
I know.
I will give this to Vanderpump Rules.
Vanderpump Rules.
The fact that,
Like
because we
It
watched...
jams, man.
when it
jams.
started and they were younger, everybody was such a fucking mess. It was great. Because it was like... It was not only a window onto that weird part of Los Angeles that we are not a part of at all.
Right.
But it was also like looking back through a magic mirror into your 20s.
Yes.
But now they're all in their fucking,
Whatever's. 30s.
They're approaching their 40s and stuff.
Yeah.
We did watch that one episode of Dancing with the Stars.
The first episode.
Is it over? Did Ariana? Who won?
No, Ariana, I don't think won.
We probably would have heard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Guys,
look
these
that
are
up.
Vanderpump talk. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Look, we never intended to be talking about reality television.
I did put a little Easter egg in our Substack drop last night.
You and your Easter eggs. You're regular
Yeah.
Peter Cottontail over there.
Yeah, I am an Easter egg. I really, and the Easter eggs is like, basically I was like, sorry, we're a day late, blah, 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 to our Substack people, And then at the end, I just put a button that said Jelly Roll for president because Jelly Roll addressed Congress. Wait, what? Jelly Roll addressed.
You love him so much.
I love Jelly Roll like so fucking much. And he spoke his truth to Congress in a way that felt so like, what's the word? Cathartic or no, like
Inspiring?
well, definitely inspiring. Definitely like cleansing or I don't know. Like I'm just saying like he is so in touch with his truth and authenticity that I think it's amazing. That was the winner?
Yes, Xochitl
Oh,
Gomez.
yeah. She was like a teenager or something.
She was in Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. Now,
So she won the Dancing with the Stars?
Yes, I don't remember her being on the show. And the runner-up was Jason Mraz, or
Jason Sudeikis.
And then third place was Ariana Madix.
You know,
but-
they should have Jason Sudeikis and Olivia Wilde's nanny on the next season. Of Dancing with the Stars.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think I'd watch the whole season if they did.
Now, okay, I had to look up her name because it's spelled Xochitl. And I absolutely was not going to attempt that.
Xochitl.
And her last name, it looks like Gomez, right? Gomez.
It's not that.
No, it is. And here's
Oh, it
how.
is Gomez.
Look, the
But you're acting
pronunciation. Because will you? I'm going to tell you. I can't. You think I'm done? I take any pause. You're like, what a weird short sentence. So it has like a little, in addition to the audio pronunciation, it has it spelled out what
Phonetically.
they think is phonetically. And so it says it sounds like
Okay.
Xochitl, S-O-W, and then a dot, C-H-E-E-L, Xochitl.
Xochitl.
Gomez, Gowmez.
Galmez.
Yes, why would you put the W in there? Go is already
it
sounds like go.
Maybe it is Galmez.
No, it's not because I listened to the fucking thing.
Xochitl Gomez.
They write it Xochitl Gomez.
Well, tow
Xochitl Gomez.
truck, like toe or so,
How did toe get in there?
like tow truck
Why is tow truck happening?
for go.
Go is already it's there already. All you have to do is write go. You don't have to add anything. Because then the second part is M-E-Z. Mees? If you're trusting me with mez, you gotta trust me with go. You can't. I'm fucking screen capping this. I'm so mad.
Galmez. Gomez.
Gowmez. Okay, so her name is pronounced, obviously, Xochitl Gowmez.
Such a L.
What?
Who else should be on Dancing with the Stars?
Let's see.
Whitney from Southern Charm. Here's the lineup: Jason Sudeikis, Olivia Wilde's ex nanny.
Mm-hmm.
Whitney from Southern Charm. He's like the middle-aged underdog.
I don't think he would do it.
No,
Because
of
it also
course
has
he
to be.
wouldn't.
It also has to be somebody that would conceivably do it. I think that nanny absolutely would do it. I think the nanny would do it.
I'm not going into like their psychology on if they would or they wouldn't.
Well, then that's not as fun. That could be anybody.
Wayne LaPierre.
You want to do a dream like?
Well, he just resigned
I
from.
know. He's got time on his hands. Sure, I could see him doing it.
He's like in his mid-70s.
So was fucking Greg Brady.
Do you think he would, if Wayne LaPierre was on Dancing with the Stars? Because like I've only seen the show once, which was the one
That's
episode.
right. Janie and I have seen a total of one episode.
One episode, that first episode, and like Ariana was on it, and she did a whole thing where like they were in Pump.
Oh, right,
Or
right,
Sir,
right.
sorry. They were in Sir,
Yes.
or whatever. So everyone does like, and then Greg Brady was on it, and he did like a 70s like Partridge Family
Of course.
thing.
Natch.
So everyone kind of has like their theme.
If they had a theme associated with them already.
Yeah. So
If they didn't, I don't know.
So if it's Wayne LaPierre, do you think he like dances like on people's graves or like what is his? Or he takes a gun. He does like a waltz with like a gun, like a life-size gun.
Yeah,
and like dips the gun.
I think it's like,
and then he dances on people's graves, and
it's
then
a funny like Wild West shootout routine, where he and his partner are actually their adversaries having a shootout, and then they dance.
And then someone loads the prop gun.
Oh my God, no!
With right?
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
This is a good like Agatha
You're
Christie.
plotting an assassination.
I'm not plotting anything.
You're saying an assassination could be plotted.
I'm just saying this would make a good television movie.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Agatha Christie, we should do a watch along of A Haunting in Venice since we did Death on the Nile.
I haven't seen A Haunting in Venice.
Nor have I, dear. But I think that we are a family in this house.
In this house?
We see Kenneth Branagh as Hercule Poirot every time he does those movies.
I will do that, but there is also a very classic watch along that we have put on ice that I have been dying to do with you.
We got to do it.
And
It's a movie I've never seen. I've only seen parts of.
It's like an iconic fucking
film.
But the reason we didn't do it for the longest time is we couldn't find it like streaming anywhere.
But it was also because of the strike.
No, not just that, but then they finally released it so we could find it.
It's so true. They stopped hiding it from us. You know what? It was a bit of an Easter egg.
It was an Easter egg
that we couldn't find.
It was an Easter egg.
I want an Easter egg.
What's your favorite Easter candy?
Chocolate. I mean, the famous Easter candies are Hollow Bunny, Peeps,
Cadbury cream eggs.
Oh well, the
Jelly Bellies.
The Cadbury Minis, Cadbury Mini Eggs, #1 with a bullet.
Really?
I'll eat them until I start to feel
cavities,
pain in my jaw. Yeah,
cavities.
Yeah. Where it's like my jaw starts to seize up.
They're
so sweet.
Sweet.
They're so good though. That texture, everything about them is so good. That crunch.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean you don't know what I'm talking about? The Cadbury Mini Eggs?
With the hard candy shell?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What were you thinking?
I thought maybe you were implying they had made miniature versions of the Cadbury cream
You thought
eggs.
I had the technology to shrink down the Cadbury.
We're like 1 month away from that with AI.
I know. I thought you meant Easter, which we're not. I can never remember when Easter is.
Easter's in March this year.
Is it real?
It's
No.
like March 3rd. Alexa, when is Easter?
Easter will be on Sunday, March 31st, 2024.
Boom in your fucking
Weird.
face.
You know how many days until Easter?
No.
I don't even know what we're calling this episode because there's been so many Easter eggs in the
I
episode.
think we got to call it so many Easter eggs.
So many Easter eggs. Bitch, I'm a cuckoo. Everybody tell time tonight. Wait.
All right. Do you have any recommendations?
Yes, you got to read Barbara Streisand's memoir, people. Okay. I just want to wax poetic about it for a minute because this book took me from Thanksgiving to New Year's to complete. Yes, it's 1,000 pages. Okay, pull your pants up and buckle in and read it because
You better pull your pants up and buckle in.
this book is so fucking good. Barbara Streisand is like, well, an icon, #1, but also like a genius, like a prodigy genius. And she needed to have her day because she was an icon, but like she kept like getting told like she couldn't direct these things. Like she would make like millions and millions and millions of dollars for like Columbia Studios with her records. And then she's like, I want to make this movie. And they're like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then she was like snubbed, by like the Academy kind of. I mean, it was just kind of gross. Mm-hmm. And also like she's so inspiring, like her work ethic and her artistry to me is like so inspiring because she knows exactly what she wants to say and do and convey as an artist.
Yep.
And it fucking does not waver or in it. I mean, anyway, I just think the book is, if you're an artist and you appreciate art and you like art or you like artists and you appreciate the creative process, this is someone who's dedicated their entire fucking life to art and totally is talking to everyone about it in this book. And it took her 10 years to write it. And when I tell you, there is not one misspelling or comma misplacement or anything in this 1,000-page book. I'm just impressed. It's called My Name is Barbara.
There you go.
That was my big whatever.
And she reads the audiobook, right?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think she does.
I believe she does.
I don't do audiobooks, but I think she reads the audiobook.
Yes, if you're into audiobooks.
If you like the audiobooks.
Let me tell you, I'm almost done, The Path of Minor Planets by Andrew Sean Greer, author I've talked about on here before.
Cool.
Really great book about a novel about astronomers, of all things, if you can believe it. And I want to recommend a TV show on the Dropout app called Very Important People. It's hosted by a very funny performer named Vic Michaelis. And the concept is that Vic is the host, and then they get other comedians, put them in elaborate makeup that they don't know what they're going to be until they see it, right? So the most recent one, this comic, very funny guy named Ife Wadiwe, was made up as an alien, like full alien head and big bug eyes and everything like that.
If he didn't know...
No.
Oh.
He sits in the makeup chair. There's no mirrors.
Oh.
He has no idea what he's being transformed into.
Oh, I see.
And Vic doesn't know. I think Vic doesn't know either what they're going to be until they come out. I can't remember if they know or not. And then they improvise an interview. And
do they have to guess
really
what
fun.
they are or something?
No. It's revealed to them
Right
after
before
the
they
makeup
walk
is
out
done.
on stage or
Yeah,
whatever.
they show
Okay.
them. So then they have to go out for the interview.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's really funny. There's another one that
Wait,
just
what's it called
dropped.
again?
It's called Very Important People.
Okay.
On Dropout. Highly recommend. That's my recommendations. But I'm also going to recommend my shows. Because I'm doing a bunch of shows. I'm going to be at Sketchfest next month in San Francisco. If you're in the area.
Next month, February of 2024,
That's right.
in case you're listening to this 5 years from now.
Coming up very soon. February 2nd, doing 2 Varietopias at a place called Club Fugazi. Fugazi. Then I'm doing Spontorco. I think that is the following night. And still tickets left for that.
San Francisco, guys.
San Francisco.
Sketchfest. Look it up.
PaulFTompkins.com/live has all the ticket links. But come out and see me. And also
Come up and see him sometime.
February, I'll be back at Lodge Room.
February.
Doing,
I thought it was
when is that
March.
show? We got 2. We're doing February and March. We're doing a Saturday show in February, which I'm very excited about. So come on out and see that. That is going to be...
Lodge Room in Los Angeles, guys, in Highland Park neighborhood.
in beautiful Highland Park. The 24th of February, Saturday the 24th of February, and then we'll be back in March for St. Patrick's Day. March 17th, we're doing our St. Patrick's Day show.
You know what I just noticed?
What's that?
Last time I was at Lodge Room for your holiday Varietopia,
Yes.
Mendocino Farms opened right across the street. A sandwich shop. You know, sandwich shop, Mendocino Farms. So
And
it's like a local.
You love Mendocino
I
Farms in
love
particular.
Mendocino Farms.
Yeah. Do you remember the first time we went there in the one in West Hollywood?
By the Formosa.
Yeah.
By the Tartopia on.
Oh, I was thinking of the one that's near I think it's near Trader Joe's in West Hollywood.
I've been in that one too.
And it's like a cult where
No,
they're
it's
so
like a
happy
cult.
to be there.
Yeah.
Hi,
it's like
how
that.
are you? It's so great to see
Speaking of happy
you.
cults,
Yeah. Yeah. Like the Source family.
they're like so happy. And I'm like, I know. I just like, okay, I'll get some of these chips. All right, guys, this is our January 2024.
Thank you for listening. Thank you to all the people that subscribe to the Substack. We got more content coming your way.
Yep, we might move the paywall to a more agnostic little spot, but I don't think it's going to disrupt anybody's, feathers.
No, yeah, we sent out a little poll. We asked people if they would be, what they would think about that.
It's trending toward do what y'all need to do.
Yeah.
So-
but we would do it in a way that's not going to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
if you're
I think there might be
subscribing.
one click
Just one click.
if you pay. This is just the paywall stuff. We're trying to disentangle our business relations.
Yes, we got to
trying-
disentangle it.
Just the business side, not the site itself, not the freebies, like where we're writing essays or updates or sending out announcements.
Yeah.
We can still do that through the Substack,
Yeah.
the Weekend Water Substack.
Yeah. It's all going to be figured
So
out.
make sure you sign up over there because then we will alert the media.
Yes. And you won't throw up in your mouth a little. All right,
So,
we'll be back
until then.
next month. Until then, stay safe, stay sane, and stay strong. Bitch, I'm a cuckoo.
How'd you know it's gonna do